honor tener por amigos a los danzantes aztecos. 40 años en Los Ángeles, compartiéndonos así como usted vio, como lo hicieron con la danza de la amistad. Esa es la manera como se pasa las tradiciones de generación en generación.
My name is Nancy Madrid Alley, and we are on Olvera Street. It's in downtown Los Angeles. It's the oldest street of Los Angeles. My sisters and I own the Olvera Candle Shop. We bought it in 1986 from the original owners, but we also grew up here on Olvera Street. My grandmother started a business here in the 1930s. My parents still own it. It's on the other side. My parents are retired now, so my sisters and I run both my mom and dad's store and the candle shop.
My name's Albert Grabel Velasco. I'm the grandson of Alejandro Diaz Velasco, who was the first merchant on Olvera Street. The name of our store is the Mexico Shop. We were established in 1930. Olvera Street has been our family's lives now for 4 generations.
Most of the families that are here are families that have been here for forever. A new merchant has probably been here 30 years.
We're the caretakers of a culture, so we have a lot of ties externally to the community. And anybody who's ever been down here, even the beginning of her roots, Gloria Molina, to an old and dear friend of ours, Cesar Chavez, and the farm workers have always supported us.
Today is actually the birthday of Olvera Street, so they're having extra festivities that are going on up in the plaza area. Tourists come because of historical reasons. Just like when we go someplace else, we always try and find the historical areas to be able to go to see. I think also because this started out as a Mexican marketplace. I think a lot of Latinos come here, especially on the weekends. They come over to the church. They have baptisms there, they have weddings. On Sundays, everybody comes to Mass.
We were in negotiations with the city for long-term leases for 11 years till we finally sealed a 40-year lease about a year and a half ago with them, almost 2 years now. Many of the stores are barely getting by now with the high rents that we're paying. So the city has not been much help. In fact, there were people in City Hall, they were thinking of putting a Taco Bell and, other distasteful things that you can't even imagine. No feeling for our culture, for what Olvera Street represents, not just to the Hispanic community, but historically for the Southern California area.
I can remember when John F. Kennedy came here for lunch, when he was running to be president. So, there's a lot of history. A couple of years ago, the city did a rent increase, and they upped our rents 4 times what we've been paying before. And we seriously considered just closing and trying to go someplace else. But when your family's been somewhere, since the 1930s, it's kind of like, let's stick it out. Let's see if we can, make a go of it. It's important to us, so.
30, 40, 50 years ago, it was the Hispanic merchants here on Olvera Street who fought to preserve and keep the integrity of our Mexican-American community. And that's really what we're all about. Yes, we're businessmen and women. We want to stay open. We want to make a living like everybody else. But from our point of view, we figure that this should be an example and played up in our history and our contribution to the community, and will be done to help preserve it. You'll see Olvera Street is many things to many people, and it's certainly the fabric and the roots of our city, and it should be celebrated.